Okay, so it's been a long time since I ever made some villages for new biomes or older biomes that don't have villages, and here we are with a new village. You've probably seen the trailer or you are new here, so if you are new here, this is my new concept which will be releasing on Planet Minecraft on 26 October, so if you want to download it you can always enter it. And I released a trailer where I show the buildings really fast, and today I'm going to go through them with detail and everything that I changed and added and why is it worth to enter this village. Okay, so first of all, if this village existed I would want it to have night all the time. Like when you enter it, it's automatically night, so I want it to happen of course for the entire biome, but it would be cool if it happened only for the village too. Okay, so I'll go through every build and what I thought, and of course there's still some place for improvement because I have 6 days till I release the map, probably. And also I don't have villages because I haven't worked on them yet. And of course one of the things they want to fix are the roads because they look just bad. Okay, so starting with we have the first lanterns, and in this village they don't use a lot of torches. There's probably one house that has torches, it's there, but most they use lanterns, and those lanterns look like this, and there's many variants to them, as you can see here. And there's one thing that I wanted to change but I can't because mostly of aesthetics, and it's this. I never wanted to have colors here, but yeah, I had to add them because there was nothing better that I could add. Okay, so now with the introductions, here I have a well, and it looks pretty weak. I might upgrade it soon. Okay, so just let's start with the buildings, and we have actually a lot of buildings, so let's start from the back. Here we have some more plants, of course those are the corals. I wanted to add dead bushes, but sadly it didn't work, so let's go to the village. Also, as you can see, there's another type of lantern, and yeah, here's this house. This is probably the worst one I made because those blocks just doesn't fit so well. But I made some slabs, I made some trapdoors. There's okay, let's see the back. Okay, the back looks probably the worst, so yeah, don't judge me, it's the worst building. It will get better from this moment on. Okay, so entering, we have actually a double house, and the first one is the smithing house, and one of the things that makes you go there is that there's much better loot than in normal villages. As you can see, you have 3 diamonds, 10 iron ingots, and 3 amethyst shards, which are of course for upgrading your armor. And here we have some armor like in the tiger village. As you can see, the interior doesn't look any special, but it has some lanterns and chains, because I like chains and lanterns, that's why. And here we have, I don't know, I just call it the lava house, but it's probably not the lava house. It has the repairing yeah, like table or what you can call it, and in the chest you can find actually silk touch, which is useful for getting the hearts, so that's why I added it here. And you can get an iron pickaxe because it's of course a place for mining. Okay, and yeah, the design is pretty much the same. I think I accidentally put the things here instead of like this. Okay, so now we're just closing this place and we're getting to another house, and this one is actually one of my favorite ones, and it's a small library, more like kind of like a church or something, but it still looks really good. I like the design. This looks fantastic in my opinion. Maybe yeah, it's your opinion also, so you can say in the comments what you think about this, if I can improve something, or yeah. And here we have a really cool design. I like the tough blocks, and that's why I also use the tough blocks in the village. I didn't want to use cobblestone because it doesn't fit with the village. And here we got some paper, emeralds, and also wanted to say that this village has many emeralds, so it's more worth to go there if you want more emeralds. Okay, so next up, this was actually supposed to be like the alchemy house, but I made it into the middle house because I found out that it was too short for a big house for alchemy. And here we have some beds, some of course lanterns, and a chest. And I want to also say that the pale garden doesn't have any animals, so that's why we have cooked salmon and cooked cod, because they are fishing here. I will show you the fishing place later. It's pretty small, but it still looks good. Okay, and as you can see, the trapdoors are a little up there, and that's because I wanted ladders to get here, so that's why. And now we can get to down our house. Okay, and we also got some saplings, as you can see, some leaves. Yeah, that's good. And another color flower pot, I guess. If there were more gray plants, I would probably add them, but there weren't, so I just added them. But I don't want it to look like this. Okay, so here we got the stone cutter house, and I actually kinda like it. The design is pretty unique and pretty weird. So as you can see, there's a bunch of trapdoors, a bunch of slabs, and wait. Okay, this is nothing so special. And also I want to show you the top of this place. As you can see, I made some really cool designs here, and yeah. That's it. As when you enter it, as you can see, I have a small design, and I have some tuff, some clay, and that's everything. And there's also some blocks here. Okay, let's get to another building. Okay, so I had to take a small break, but here I have the banner house, or the wall house, or the limb house. I don't know how you call it, I just forget the names. And here I went a little lazy because we only have white wool, and that's pretty boring in my opinion, but the platform looks pretty good, and I wanted it to be a house, but then I realized, like, what am I going to put there? So this is it. There's some lanterns here, so yeah, it's pretty cool, and also so many banners, which are of course the colors of the Pale Garden, and I don't know if this color really suits the Pale Garden, that's why I didn't use it. Okay, so next up we have the smoker house, and I realized that there's no animals, so there's no point on putting an animal fence here. So that's why this is a little hot, and as you can see, there's a lantern on top of this. I didn't mean to look it like, oh, what am I saying? I didn't mean for it to look like a lantern, but okay, it is a lantern. But here we got the smoker, and here we got some coal and cooked cod. Okay, it should be raw, but yeah. Okay, that was boring, but yeah, what are we going to now? Okay, I'm just going to do this house. And of course, yeah, let me go through the design first. Here we got some stairs and lanterns. At first there wasn't a lantern here, there was just a log, but then I realized that it will not be as light in the hair, so I just put it. Okay, here we got the fisher house. And as you can see, there's a lot of cooked things. Okay, they should be also raw, and I should have added more things, but yeah, it's pretty good. And also, I wanted to make a separate house for the cauldron, but then I went lazy and thought, yeah, why not put the cauldrons here? It's literally the same thing. And I made the design really cool. Even if the structure is small, it is pretty useful. And as you can see, you can also close the water if you don't want any villagers to drown, so it was pretty cool and unintended, but I love it. Okay, next up we got this house, and this house is pretty cool because it's got a chimney. And as you can see, it has those things, I don't know how to call it, maybe pillars. And yeah, let's go inside. The inside is pretty boring, there's just one lonely lantern. And in the chest you can find some cool loot, so it's worth to get there if you are a starter, because as you can see, you can find iron and you can find much more better things. And here we got a blast furnace, and yeah, that's everything, and a chimney behind it. So this house is pretty boring from the inside, but the outside is pretty good. It's one of the better ones. And here we got one of the middle houses, which is a normal house, and it has no special ability. And as you can see, I maybe destroy some things here. I will fix it before I release the map, of course, but as you can see, it maybe forms a skull, or I don't know if it's just me. And as you can see, it's a really cool balcony, and you can of course close it and be here. So here we got some oak and signs and some emeralds, of course, and some glass. And also I want to say that I decided to add this glass instead of the pane glass, so I can make those designs. And this is much cooler because I make those designs so the villagers can hide better from the creaking, so they can see the creaking. That's why you have those designs, so the villagers can just look at the creaking and they can have a hard time to get here. Of course, I made it purely for aesthetics, but it's a cool lore reason for the villagers. Okay, next up we got this house, and if I'm not wrong, this house was oh, how do I say it, was inspired by the plane's normal house, and I just upgraded it with so many things. This kinda looks like a toilet, but it's more of a pillar, and I didn't want to disturb the windows. And yeah, here you have some trapdoors, and when you enter it, it's just a boring house. And as you can see, there's many good things, so you can get a lot of things just by entering the village, which will make the village useful. And of course, you will need to watch out for the creaking if you're playing on normal mode or easy. Nothing peaceful, of course, but I didn't want any mobs to get here. Okay, so we got this long tower. I don't know, I just made random things here, and I made random designs. Up here, we got our chest with some cool things, and it's kinda getting repetitive, but we got some tough and we got some wood blocks. Okay, so as you can see, we got some yeah, wood and tough, and that's everything. And this tower looks pretty cool, and I have a bed. And of course I have midnight, so I made this cool shot in the trailer of flying right through it. And of course we have a fans, and yeah, that's everything for this house. Okay, so let's go to this house too, and I don't know which one I was inspired for this. Okay, probably the savannah. And of course I added those stairs, added those slabs, so it doesn't look as bad, because it looks bad if as those blocks. And of course it looks boring on the inside, and I think I forgot to put this thing near the door, so I might actually fix it before the release of the map. So here we got some really cool things like cooked cod, cooked salmon, and pale oak saplings, so, and emeralds of course. So this house is also useful. Every house in this structure or every house in this village has some cool loot and emeralds. Okay, so now let's take a break, and I'm going next to building. Okay, so I'm back again, and here we have this house, and it's probably one of my favorite ones. I don't know why I made this roof go crazy like this, but it's still really good. And here we got some entrance, which is split into two, so you can go in there or there. And of course I forgot to put some blocks here. And there was an enderman, that's why I disabled mobs, so this couldn't happen. And we of course we have the brewing stand, which I like a lot. And as I probably said before, this house was supposed to be the brewing house, but I changed it because why would this be a house where you can sleep in? And here we got some potion things and some food and an emerald, so it's pretty good loot. And on the top, as you can see, there's some torches. It is the only house in the structure which has some torches, which is pretty weird, but yeah, I might change it, but we'll see. And here we got this crazy roof, and yes, I wanted to show this design. I really like this design. I don't know what I did with it, and okay, this is really broken. I don't know if you can fix it, but we will see. I might fix it with a debug stick. If you know what it is, you can just touch it and it will be fixed, so we will see. Okay, so next up we got this beautiful house, and I don't know if I showed you this lantern, but yeah, here it is. And this house is inspired by the taiga one. As you can see, the wood is going like this. And we have some top blocks, and there's nothing much going on. I didn't change it at all, I think. And here's the inside. So as you can see, there's some pale oak, some saplings, and some emeralds. So it's a pretty boring house, but if you want to sleep in here, it's really good. Okay, so next up we got one of the more original houses, which is the Fletching house. Has a really cool roof. I actually enjoy doing this. And here we got some carpets, which is really cool, and is inspired by the normal Fletching house. And as you can enter it, yeah, look, the roof is really good, and also the Fletching table. And we didn't have any better carpets to use, so use the colors. And we have windows, so you can see outside. And yeah, the design on the inside isn't as good, but as you can see, there are some things. There are some arrows, and there's a bow, and there's actually unbreaking one. I might change the enchantments here later, but we'll see. And also, here the Fletching table doesn't have any use, so I hope that it will get in the newest drop or something. We'll see. They probably just make it into a separate drop, but yeah. Okay, let's go to the another thing, and the next thing is just this house, which is inspired by the Snow Plains house. Yeah, you probably know what biome it is, and I don't think that I improved this at all. Maybe this, I don't know, I don't remember actually. So, here we got a chest, and here we got some pale, we got some emeralds, and we got some signs. It's getting repetitive, and we have some things under the bed. That's what I changed with this house. Okay, next up we got a variant of the desert house, and I think I just spammed the stairs and blocks here so it didn't look like a flat wall, because I hate flat walls in Minecraft. As you can see, there's a roof, and it looks pretty good from the top. And as you enter it, I hope that, yeah, no, I forgot to put it there again. And have some tuff, because it's built with tuff. And we got some emeralds. We have 17 emeralds by just visiting some houses in the village. This is crazy. And I think that I only have 2 houses left, so I'm gonna take a break and I'm returning soon. Okay, so now I'm back, and we need to go through the last houses, and we actually have 2 houses. This has gone way too fast, but yeah, I'm going to go through it. And we have the big library, which is different because it doesn't have a lector. So, as you can see, there's a really cool design with trapdoors. I actually like this. And yeah, it's pretty good. It's one of the better houses, and it's probably the biggest house here. Maybe without this and this and this, but yeah, it's one of the bigger houses at least. So, as you can see, yeah, I showed this part already, and I wanted to split it into 2. I don't know if it is a bug, but yeah, I hate this. I hope that will change the lighting later, but yeah, let's see. Okay, first of all, we got some really cool stairs here, which is split into 2. And of course, we have a library, which is also split into 2. So you can get, oh, and I actually forgot that I put a chest here. So we got a lot of paper, emeralds, and books. So it's really good, and I actually pranked myself because the villagers hide all of their loot here, so yeah, it's pretty good. And also, yeah, those are the shelves, and the top is pretty boring. I maybe forgot to put beds here, so I might do that. And yeah, that's everything. Let's go to the last building. I also will fix the terrain and everything. There's so much to fix here. And it looks pretty good from the top, but this just looks like snow, and I kinda destroyed by making it. Okay, so as you can see, we got this huge structure which is on a tree, which I also got inspired by the jungle village that I made before. I will try to recreate the old villages too, because my building skills got a little better, so I might improve it. And here, as you can see, we got those pillars, and those are to hold the balcony, which I will show you soon. And as you go up, okay, there's a lantern here, and as you go up, you can go here and you find the cartography table, because this is the cartography house, and you can find some maps, some emeralds, compasses, and paper. So this looks really cool. Wait, let me just show you the design from the top. I made just this. This maybe looks like tables, but I still like it. And the roof is pretty bad, and I didn't bother to make anything on this side because there's just trees here. So I don't know if anyone will ever use this map, but if you use, you can probably just fix it yourself, or I might do it if I'm bored. And here we got our last attraction, and it's the balcony. Okay, you can just close it, and yeah, you can see the entire village here. And that's everything for this village. As you can see, I've gone through everything. If I make an update and if I will add new villagers, I will probably make a video about this, but yeah, that's everything. Thanks for watching, and bye.